There is a significant balance when you're talking about empathy in leadership, especially when you're balancing empathy with assertiveness. That's what we're going to talk about here for the next few minutes. Just the overall impact of empathy in leadership. And when you are in that leadership role, most every especially your directs, know whether you're at the head of the company and you have a leadership team, or you are the head of the company and you have directs or leads that are running different areas of your departments. At some point in time, you're going to have hard conversations in small business. Every the one thing that's consistent in most small businesses is people, and with people comes their emotions, it comes their good times, and it comes their bad times. So just we have to be ready to lead with an empathetic ear when we're working with our employees. It's okay to that we got to grind and we got to go, but there's a point in time when you have to disengage from that and step back and put on your empathy hat. So let's talk about that. Some things that we can do, just impact wise, is it encourages better communication from your team. If someone's coming in your office and every time they're getting their heads chopped off for just trying to share where they are in their life, or you're their leader, they're going to come to you. If you're in that leadership position, your staff's going to come to you with home decisions. They're going to come. I remember going in and sitting down to folks I worked with about life decisions, where I should move, where I should build a house, what car I should buy, how to deal with this issue I'm dealing with, that had nothing to do with work. And I'm very grateful to the folks that just let me bend on their ears and stand on their shoulders to help me get better as a person. So it allows great communication to take place. Obviously, there's boundaries that I put in place there to where it gets to a certain point to where the conversation becomes to where they need therapy, to where they need counseling, things along those lines that are beyond the employer, boss, leader, employee, team type relationship. We want to make sure that we are aware of that. You don't have to take on everyone else's problems as your own, and it's okay to be that voice to say, hey, maybe you should reach out and seek outside help for this. So but when you do that, it's going to foster a positive work environment. It's going to help with conflict resolution, DISC, the tools that I use with Take Flight Learning, and just learning how I communicate, how leaders communicate to their staff, to their teams, and then how the teams communicate not only back to the leader but with each other as well. It is a value bomb that you can add to your team, even if it's one employee. Is you and the other employee figuring out how each other communicate will springboard your company forward. Probably kick myself in the butt a lot of times for not getting better at that at a younger age when the opportunities were there. Um, a lot of those, um, a lot of our questions and scenarios is just going to allow us to help each other make better decisions collectively as a team. So, what's some things we can do to help this? And this is some things that I work on daily. Biggest one that we're going to lead off with here is active listening. Is focus on listening to understand the issue, not just to respond. Raising my hand at one thing that I have to get better at is I think sometimes with me is my brain. Sometimes my brain power goes forever, only this long, and when someone says something, I'll interrupt and feel the need to respond. So active listening, not just to respond, but sometimes people just want to get something off their chest. Asking open-ended questions, and that just keeps the conversation going. Chris Voss, interrogator or a negotiator from the FBI, has a thing just repeating the last few words that in someone in a conversation, and mirroring that conversation lets the conversation continue to expand. It keeps them talking. Is the goal behind that. Is just try that and see how that works for you. But you know, there's a lot of value. The third thing here, there's a lot of value in just putting yourself in their shoes. What would you do if you were in their shoes? But I've also learned that sometimes I will give advice based on what I would do. This is what Jeff would do. So you have to insert yourself into their situation and make those or help them make those decisions based off what you do. At the end, they're going to make whatever decision they want to, and that's not your problem. We're just here guiding our team, especially the stuff that doesn't affect our business directly. And a lot of times, this is where the conversations are going for. You may be working on team deconfliction right now and just having to show an empathetic voice to all sides of opinion, but still, and then going back and reading and watching some of the videos I've done on emotional intelligence is just getting learning what makes you tick, learning what makes other people tick as well. So as a leader, remember there's just a big balance between balance and empathy with assertiveness. Sometimes you got to put those hats on. Sometimes you'll take them off mid conversation and put one back on. Just learning how you can better approach those situations, I think, is super valuable for you as well. And then just making sure that you're not choosing sides. Making sure, especially if it's something that's maybe less business and a little more personal, and or if it's like I said, if you are working in conflict resolution between team members, is making sure that you don't develop a personal bias toward any one or the other. These are some tips I hope helps. If there's something that I can do to help you along the way, make sure you connect with me. You can head over to my website, www.rabason.com, and there's a form there. It comes right to me. I'm the messenger behind all the messages that goes out. It's all me. So anything I can do to help you grow, succeed, personal development, leadership development, team development, I'm here to help. Have a good one.